This is a story, to me, it's a love story. Two long-distance runners, a husband and wife, both with aspirations of competing in the Olympics this summer in Beijing. But a very emotional story because for one person, the dream got cut short.
Every morning, as the sun rises over the mountains in Flagstaff, Arizona, Alicia Shea continues on her solitary journey. As the 25-year-old distance runner prepares for the Olympic trials this summer, she admits that on some days she's running toward a future filled with possibilities. But on other days, the pain of her past haunts her every stride.
I'm tired. I mean, I'm exhausted from, just trying to move on.
For Alicia Shea, moving on now means running alone, without the man who was once always by her side, whose own Olympic dreams were matched only by his encouragement of hers, her husband, Ryan.
I just think about him all the time. I mean, I'd like to say that I feel his presence with me all the time, but in all honesty, there's a huge void of his presence.
The son of cross-country and track coaches, Ryan Shea was born to run. Even among his 7 siblings who all competed in track in their small northern Michigan town, Ryan stood out.
You can't go anywhere in these counties, these surrounding countrysides. I don't think there's a road or a hilltop that he probably hasn't run on. How he never got lost, I don't know.
He had his life planned from the time he was 13 years old of where he wanted to be, with, of course, the Olympics being the ultimate end.
Ryan became a star distance runner at Central Lake High School, winning 4 cross-country state titles, a feat that's never been duplicated. At Notre Dame, Ryan became a 9-time All-American, one of the most decorated athletes in school history, whose work ethic and single-minded focus became legendary from the very first race of his collegiate career.
He had never run 5 miles over grass, and so I said, just stay with the group through 3 miles, and then if you feel good, take off. And as I've always said, he probably misunderstood me because he stayed with the group through 3 strides, not 3 miles, and just took off. And afterwards, I said, Ryan, you didn't need to do that. He said, Coach, I didn't come here to run slow. I came here to run fast.
In 2001, Ryan won the NCAA title in the 10,000 meters. After graduating at the top of his class, he was introduced to legendary distance coach Joe Vigil. From their first meeting, Ryan decided his ultimate destiny was to run farther, much farther.
I said, don't you realize the work that it takes to be a marathoner? And he says, I'm willing to do anything you throw at me. If I'd asked for a 25-mile run, he'd say, is that all?
In 2003, Ryan became the youngest national marathon winner in 30 years at the U.S. Championships in Birmingham, Alabama. But when a hamstring injury kept him from making the U.S. Olympic team the next year, his new goal became Beijing in 2008. Ryan trained harder than ever, but the normally intense, singularly focused Shea mellowed in 2005 when he met a promising young runner from Stanford named Alicia Craig.
He had a soulmate in Alicia. She knew how to handle Ryan. Ryan's a very strong personality, and Alicia could handle him brilliantly.
Ryan sent us a picture of he and Alicia. He had his arm around her, and he's standing there. He's got this grin that goes from one ear to the other, and his face is just glowing. I said, you mark my words, he'll end up marrying her.
Ryan and Alicia got married in July of 2007, 1 year before they both hoped to realize their Olympic dreams. They relocated to Flagstaff, where they trained together almost daily. Ryan's routine included logging nearly 140 miles a week as he prepared for the U.S. trials in November.
I could tell how Ryan was doing physically a lot of times by just how he was throughout the day, you know, because if you're not feeling well before the biggest race of your life, you know, you tend to be a bit grumpy, but he was so happy, so relaxed.